Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Weddings Unscripted. I'm Ginny Krauss, and this is my beautiful partner in crime, my Vanna White, if you will, Kristin Kaplan. And we have an exciting episode. I feel like we say that every time, but we really only record things we're passionate about.
True.
So, this is all about what we learned when we launched the resource library.
Yes.
For the Wedding Business Bosses. If you don't know what we're talking about, head over to weddingbusinessbosses.com. Check out the resource library. It was a big labor of love.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of amazing resources in there. But we learned a lot.
Yes. So if you're going to launch something, this is the episode for you.
Get your pen and paper. Because we're telling you
all the stuff we learned.
Like it is.
It was quite a bit. Because you and I haven't really launched a ton of stuff. I mean, we've launched the Academy twice, but that was a little different because it was not a product-based thing.
Right. This was our first legit, product.
Big product launch. And we decided also to launch, everything at once. We're like, here's a website and a resource library and a YouTube show all on the same day.
In the same day. I don't know. Don't ask.
That might have been a little ambitious.
Yeah. So there's our first takeaway. Don't launch more than one thing in the same day, week, or month.
Yeah.
How about
Don't be a little overly ambitious about it, as we were.
Yeah. And we tried to launch something else, and we reeled that back.
Yeah. We finally realized, 4 things was a little too much.
Yeah. Let's just calm down. Yeah. So Kristin, why don't you tell us your biggest takeaway?
Yes. I think my biggest one was that everything is going to take a lot longer than you think it's going to. And I do this with everything in my life, so this shouldn't have been a surprise. But we all think oh yeah, we're just going to whip up that website and, writing a sales page copy. That'll take a day? No.
How about writing the resources?
All the resources. We're here's 8 resources we have to create and write. And some of them are video trainings and record and we'll just whip those up in a few weeks. That'll be no problem.
This is really how it went down. So we scheduled Kristin to do her resources, me to do mine. And we had deadlines I don't know. I think
it was September 1st or something.
Exactly. I think I was supposed to do mine in August. She was going to do hers in July or something. And neither of us had said anything to each other. And I was over here panicking, I haven't finished my resources.
I had a lot of outlines done. I was having trouble getting
I had a lot of outlines done, but no finished resources. And then one day, Kristin and I, we nonchalantly edged into the conversation. So where are you at?
Where are you at
with your resources? And thank goodness we were both feeling the same way. Cause I didn't want to drop the ball. She didn't want to drop the ball. And we were both okay, are you feeling the way I'm feeling? Because these are taking a lot longer than I thought.
It was a lot of information. And kind of once you started outlining them and writing them, we're this is a lot. We're putting so much more information than we even expected.
We realized we had a lot of knowledge in our brain.
We had to make it out.
Yeah.
So those especially took way longer. I mean, we originally were planning on launching, I think it was early October, and then it ended up being what was it, November 2nd?
I think so, yeah.
Whoops.
Thank goodness we didn't tell y'all when we were going to launch.
Yeah, we didn't say anything.
Don't tell anybody your launch day until you're ready.
Yes, make sure. I would say have everything kind of ready to at least your products created, your content created, all of that before you start announcing launch dates, because everything is going to take you longer than you expect. And keep that in mind, that if you think it's going to take you 6 weeks to put this all together, it's probably going to take you 8 or 9 minimum. So that would be my biggest takeaway.
Absolutely.
One of yours, Ginny?
That was absolutely my biggest takeaway.
I think that was both of our biggest ones.
I feel whatever your launch day is initially, if you're September 15th, just plus 2 weeks.
Just add 2 weeks.
Just add 2 weeks. Whatever that date is, add 2 weeks.
Yes. You can have it all done by September 15th.
Right.
But just make your launch date 2 weeks later to be
safe. Right. You should definitely aim to have it completed and everything solid, especially your product, your website, your tech support.
That leads into our next issue.
Yeah, our next issue was our tech support.
Tech problems are awful.
We've never owned our own membership site
No.
before.
We haven't played with membership plugins. We thought that would all go way smoothly.
When you have a plugin, there's not people you can call that own the plugin.
That'll fix it like immediately for you.
Yeah, you have to wait for them to respond 36 hours later.
Exactly.
When we were launching within 6 hours, you know.
This is also why, have all your tech stuff sorted out a week or two prior to launch. Like tested, done, ready to go. Because we were still installing things and fixing stuff like 48 hours before we were supposed to launch. We ended up pushing our launch date a couple of days because of this.
Right.
And we did not have a functioning website. Like it wasn't working correctly.
Yeah.
And because we learned like plugins.
Not at fault at me. No.
Yeah. It's one of those things you can't predict. Yeah. Certain plugins just don't play nicely with certain servers or certain website themes. Like, and you won't know how that's all going to play out until you actually put it all together.
And it's online and you try to sign up.
And it doesn't work. You're like, crud, what do we do now?
Yeah. Or when I tried to run my own bank account for $6,700 because
decimal places matter, folks.
Because it was $67 for our launch price.
$6,700.
And then my husband's like, "What's up with this?
What's this declined $6,700?
What are you buying for $6,700?"
Like I was trying to buy the resource library.
I feel like it was worth it.
But aren't we glad we charged your card instead of somebody else's?
Yeah, very true. It was, So thank goodness I've got like a limit on things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But tech issues are going to crop up. Things don't play nicely together with each other, and you're going to have to solve that and figure it out. Sometimes they do, which is great, but plan on spending a week or two testing your tech stuff, making sure it works. So don't be installing it 2 days before you're supposed to launch.
Exactly.
That was a poor plan.
Just plan more.
Yes.
Plant seeds early.
Yep.
It's never too early.
No, to start priming your audience for what it is that you're going to launch. As our good friend and mastermind sister, Megan Maydell, always says, you are not Beyonce. You cannot just drop an album with no warning whatsoever and be like, here's my thing. And everyone's just going to buy it. It's not how it works. No. You have to prime your audience. You have to really plan ahead. What are those, how are you going to start marketing this 2 months before it drops? What are those seeds you're going to start planting in your audience to get them interested in this thing you've got coming?
I do feel like that's the one thing we did right.
Yes, I do.
We really did plant the seeds early. At the end of the day, if any of you are wondering, we did have a very successful launch. Yes. It was actually more successful than we set out. Our first day, we doubled our goal initially that we set out. So that was super exciting. Thank you.
It turned out great.
That jumped in. So it all turned out great.
We're just giving you our lessons of, what we might have possibly done differently. So if you're launching something, these things might help you, but plan ahead and really, I think we were really good about mapping out what we were going to be focusing on, which weeks. Like we mapped out, all of our Facebook posts for our Facebook group, all of our Instagram posts, what days the emails were going to go out, what were going to be the topics and the talking points of all of these posts and emails, what days we were going to be going live in our Facebook group to talk about.
None of that stuff was just, I woke up on Monday and posted this thing on the fly.
Hey, let's talk about this today.
All mapped out months prior.
Very intentional. And that was hugely helpful. So you really do have to sit down, make a real launch plan and walk yourself through, what are my due dates for everything? So everything's done, give yourself, as we said, 2 extra weeks, give yourself extra time to test out your website or all of your functionality, your tech stuff, and really map out every single marketing piece of your launch, how you're going to prime your audience, how you're going to tease this. And then when you actually launch it, how are you going to talk about it, push it? What are you going to say? What is the whole plan there, and have it all either on paper or in your project management system or whatever you like, but plan it, because otherwise you're going to be pulling your hair out and being like, what's happening?
It's possible. Just give yourself grace.
Yes. And you can do it. You can launch whatever your big awesome idea is, or product or service, but hopefully this was helpful in giving you some guidance.
So we're all about transparency. If you have any questions, comment below. Leave a comment in our Facebook group. We're happy to answer any questions that you may have. And definitely go check out our resource library. Yes. If you're not already a member, you can hop in. You can get 8 awesome resources right now for only $97. You get a full year's access, and we're getting ready to drop our next one in there next month. So that'll be super exciting. So we're definitely adding to them quarterly for the most part. And then in September, in the fall sometime, we will drop another, like our next batch of
next
round of them in. So cool. Well, thank you for joining us and watching this episode of Weddings Unscripted. If you have any questions at all, make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you love our channel, subscribe, give us some love, comment below. Make sure you're part of our Facebook group. Check out our website, weddingbusinessbosses.com, and follow us on Instagram as well. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.